I'm going to demonstrate for you working an Entrelac Base Triangle where all the stitches are cast on but done with a wrap and turn. The wrap and turn will close up the holes and gaps that can occur at a cast on edge when doing Entrelac, due to the fact that Entrelac is essentially short rows and 2 rows are worked for every single stitch cast on. So here I have, I've cast on a series of stitches. You can see I've done some of the base triangles. I cast on with a long tail cast on. The first row is going to be done where the first row is a wrong side row, which would allow for the smooth side of the long tail cast on to be made public on the public side. You can definitely do this where your first row is a right side row, thereby making the bumpy side public. I am going to be knitting backward. So my first direction for row 1, which would be a wrong side row, would be to purl 2 and then wrap and turn. So because I'm knitting backward, I'm going to go ahead and purl 1, knitting backward, purl 2, knitting backward, and I'm going to wrap and turn this third stitch. So I'm going to bring my working yarn to the front. I'm going to slip, working yarn to the back. Come on, little buddy. Slip it again. And then my next row would be to knit 2. So knit 1, knit 2. Okay? So you can see here I've got my 2 stitches that I just knit, and I've got this wrap. So my next direction is going to be purl 3, and I'm going to work this wrap, and then I'm going to wrap and turn the 4th stitch. So I've got a purl 1, purl 2, come on, purl 3, whoops, sorry, I forgot to get my wrap and turn. Back up, here's my purl 3. Gotta grab the wrap, put it up on the needle, make sure it's to the back, and purl it together. Oh yeah, there's my purl 3. Now I'm going to bring my working yarn to the front, slip, working yarn to the back, slip, and I'm going to knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, okay. Now my next direction is to purl 1, purl 2, purl 3, and then for my 4th one, I'm going to purl the wrap and turn. So I'm going to grab it eventually. Come on. Doesn't want to be grabbed. There we go. We're going to put you on the needle and purl it together. Again, working backward. And I didn't grab all the stitches. Come on, you buddy. There we go. And then I'm going to bring my working yarn to the front, slip, working yarn to the back, slip, and then we'll knit 1, knit 2, knit 3, and knit 4. Okay. Now I'm going to come back and work that wrap. So I'm going to purl 1, purl 2, purl 3, purl 4, and I'm going to work my wrap. So I'm going to come down here, grab my wrap, put it up on my needle, together. Get that? Okay. And then I'm going to wrap my last stitch. So I'm working yarn to the front, slip, working yarn to the back, slip, knit 1, knit 2, 3, knit 4, knit 5, and now I'm on my last row, and I'm going to purl back and I'm going to get that last wrap. So purl 1, purl 2, purl 3, purl 4, purl 5, and then my last one, and I want to get that wrap. This is like the hardest one because at the end of the row, of course, there we go, got the wrap up on there. You always want to make sure your wrap is on the wrong side. There we go, and whoopsie, dropped it all. And purl 6. And I wouldn't turn there. Okay, so let me pull this off onto the table and you can take a look at what we have. So I've got 4 base triangles, 6 stitch base triangles, and you can see here that my long tail cast on is not, there's no blemishes to it, and under tension. So normally if I were to pull this, you'd see some nice little holes there and gaps because Entrelac is by nature a short row method, and so it will produce holes and distortions. And so from the wrong side, you can see here too that my wrap and turns, they don't hang below my cast on edge. If I were to make my wrap and turns too large, they would. And you can see from the back there's just a very small evidence of the wrap and turn. Okay, and unlike, not only does it get rid of the holes and the bumps, but also what it does is that instead of you could also make your cast on obviously through increases. That's also a popular way of making an Entrelac cast on, and but that does make a certain amount of bumps here from the actual increases. So this is a nice choice for closing up those gaps and holes, and also maintaining a nice clean long tail cast on.